What's going on, everybody, man? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to a new video, and welcome to a new year with me and the ghost. So something that I'm gonna do on this video, something that I don't really think I've done in on the channel. I've done like little bitty pieces of it, so I'm gonna do my best in this video to give a rundown of all of the models that I have on the car, and kind of, we'll call it a tour. Give it a tour of the ghost of what we got on there before we get started with our installs for the year. And like I said, I've had in the past viewers ask about, you know, what I have in the car, and I'm going to give them, like, you know, what it pertained to at that time, whether it be suspension or a motor. Like the last one I just did was just for the tune, and I just listed a few things. So try not to make this video too long. I'm gonna try and blast through this stuff as fast as I can without being too boring. But you know, like I said, it's just a tour of the ghost and the mods that we have on the car to this point. So let's get into it, big dog. All right, everybody. So as you can see, we are underneath the car. So let's get this thing cracking. We're gonna try and get everything underneath the car done. This is tight under here. All right, so we're gonna start in the back with our CD Depot axle backs. They have no muffler. Just show it back there. We have those. They're painted black. That's kind of what I wanted. It looks good. Good contrast with the color of the car. Next, we have the private label mid-piper, which is it's resonated. All of that there. Also, we have the parent 25mm sway bar. It came with the bushes with the end links as well, which are these guys right here. You guys can see it. I'm gonna get on this side. I'll get you guys a better picture of it. It's just hard. You guys can see all of this stuff. So there's this right here, parent end link. Then next up we have on our diff. We have the Torque Solutions diff bushings here, and we have the carrier bushing here. And let's move on up here a little bit more. Also, another thing we have our parent lockdown. You know, made the top of my list for last year. That thing is just awesome. We have that in there. I know we still got to do the bushings. That's coming, I think. But now let's move up a little bit further here. Let me set myself up for that. All right, now, so while we're up here at the front of the car down here, it's kind of hard to see because this little shield is right here. But we have the pairing short shift adapter along with the little bushing that's right there. You guys can see that. It's right there. But there we have that. Alright, we also have root in transmission mounts. You know, that is there. This here. And this right here, this training boot training right here. We have all of that. Up here as well, which is these guys right here. Also, another thing that's going to be pretty hard to see is going to be our Torque Solutions turbo blanket, which is down there. We also have our pairing equal length header, and we wrap that thing. We have our Cobb 3-port boost controller down here as well. We have our MoJo cold air intake, our FP Blue. Alright, so we have our FP Blue 3-inch turbo inlet, our
Boomba bypass valve is. I need a 2-post lift. It's easy to see all this stuff. There's our Boomba bypass valve right there. Also have our pairing steering dampener right there. That's in there. What else? Is that everything we have down here so we can get from underneath this doggone car? Oh, and our skid plate here. And I believe that is it for underneath the car. So let me move around here. Let's get up top. All right, y'all. So hopefully this time I fix my problem. But I'm having to re-record this stuff because for some reason I thought my mic was on, my wireless mic. But for some reason the first part of the video is not on. So I apologize for that. So let me try and do this thing again. So we're gonna go back to the back of the car here. So the back of the car, we're gonna have our Zooki Bros F1 4th brake light, and then we have our racing paint matched. I'm not gonna say paint match; it's just their color of gray of the tow hook. I got these little spats, rear spats, but I kind of painted on all of the car is dirty. I'm sorry, but we have some weird weather. But we have our Flow Designs rear diffuser, along with the side skirts here, and we have our Roblox splash guards. These are splash guards and not mud flaps. Now the splash guards are for like lowered vehicles, which mine is not, but it may be here soon. I don't know. But I kind of wanted something. I didn't want anything to stick down too bad because I didn't like that. I just wanted something to protect the car here, so it does a good job there. So there are these. We got our circuit. I think it's CSF1 18-inch wheels, along with the Mishimoto lug nuts. That God, dog, something damaged them. God damn, something must have kicked up and hit them. And then we have our, excuse me, y'all, our Continental tires. We have those, and here's our Flow Designs front splitter that is adjustable. We have that. And what else do we have here? We have some overlays, some carbon fiber overlays here. And while we're in this area on the fender, let's talk about these vents right here. Now, as we all know, these vents are not functional. Well, mine are, because I took this panel off and I got a hole saw, and I cut 4 holes in here, sanded them down, painted it with the touch-up paint, and clear coated so it's protected. And then this little vent right here, I cut all these vents out to make this whole thing functional. So this works in line with our NBR fender shrouds, because they are vented as well. And I got my battery tender on here, and it makes this here functional, so that way then we can get a little bit of air, heat out of the engine bay. So I did a whole series on that, of kind of managing the heat that's in the engine bay to try and get some of this stuff out there so we can have some better intake temps and all that. Did a whole little series on that. There is a playlist on that as well. So if you guys want to check it out, you guys can go ahead and pull it up. It's on the channel. But I did do that. I had thermometers in here all over the place in certain locations, just to kind of take temps of what everything was, at certain times after driving, and it was really hot outside at that time anyway. So there's that. What else do we have here? We have our OLM Vortex generator and our OLM Attack V2. This is V2 as well, but the V2 roof spoiler. And we have the 3A motor duckbill spoiler on the back here. It's paint matched to the car. We have the Subi Speed JDM tail lights. Pretty expensive, but the things look super nice. We have those. And what else do we have here? We have our Noble 1.0 rain guards. I like these because they're a little bit more aggressive, and they do keep quite a bit of rain now. Better than the first version of rain guard that I had, but this thing's nice. We got the OLM blue tinted wide angle side mirrors. I have those on here as well. What else? Matter of fact, before I go up front, let's finish up the back here. So here in the trunk, I did improve the lighting in here. So I put some LED bulb in here to get a little bit better lighting back here, which is showing us our beat wash. Sound like Elmer Fudd. The beat rush rear strut tower bar. It's very it's hidden, so it's pretty much low key, and it sits really flush with all of this here. Just a few modifications to this little panel right here, and I was able to get that in there. But that's there, and once you cover it up with the trunk guard here, kind of hard to do with one hand. That's in there. Can't even tell it's there, but it is. So now we're done back here. So let's move up to the front of the car. All right. So now up here in the front, we have the Acon DRL headlights. They do have this little light right here. It stays on. Well, I have this thing wired up because there's a little wiring harness. You can make this your daytime running light. So there's a wiring harness. I did a video on how to adjust that, which wires you need to change and splice into to make this your DRL instead of that being your DRL. Your other headlight in there. But there's those. There's the NBR cross brace, front crossbar. Remember I did have the lower class garage one in here. But when I put in the Perrin oil cooler, it wouldn't fit anymore, so I had to come up with something else, and I did paint match that thing to the car as well. So there's that. So then there's the JDM Muscle paint match front grille. That's on here as well. And let's get inside the engine bay here. We have our Grimspeed battery bracket and hold down, along with the Odyssey PC680 battery. Have that in here. The Cobb overflow tank. And then we have our Perrin front strut tower bar, our Process West verticooler, and then I have my Crawford AOS. I know you say, why didn't you use the IAG one? Well, I didn't want to modify anything with the PCV system at the time when I did figure I wanted to add this thing to the car. So, and that's because I was trying to be compliant to certain rules just in case, they hit me up with it later. But this thing has been working great since I had it. Haven't seen any oil or anything inside the throttle body. There's that. Then we have our can flex fuel kit from Cobb. There's that, and I also had that partnered with the fuel pressure sensor. We have our iWire ground kit right here. So it's there, and it's sprited into a couple of spots on the block right there. The alternator, and down here on the block, and then also to the chassis of the car as well. Grounded there. We have the compressive tuning, radiator shroud. We have that. Of course, our Perrin oil cooler, and we have some Boomba fluid reservoir caps. So this for the oil, brake. And then we have, and also this compressive tuning radiator shroud. It does have a little opening right here to where it has a little scoop, so when air comes into the front, which is the reason why I got the grill, so I can get more air in here. It shoots more cooler air in front of this this air scoop, so it gets sucked into our MoJo cold air intake. So there's that. Remember, I got this thing because it's carb legal. And what else do we have in here? Make sure I'm not forgetting anything. Oh, you know what I did? Almost forgot these. I got these Grimspeed hood struts, which actually lifts up the hood, opens it up even more. So I have these on here as well. Like I said earlier, the MBR carbon fiber fender shrouds. Remember, so this is functional, so that's why I got the one with the vents instead of the solid carbon fiber one. So there's that. Also, we have our oil pressure sensor for our gauge that's inside the car, which we're going to take a look at here shortly. What else? Am I forgetting anything here? Oh, the Torque Solutions turbo sump restrictor, which is in the line down there. Our Cobb carbon fiber engine cover, we got that as well. This is not carbon fiber, this is wrapped. I would like to have a carbon fiber, but I just can't. I can't. 600 bucks for the Cobb one is nice. It'll match this. I might get it. I might get it at some point. I might get it, but not right now. I got other things that I kind of want to do first. But there's that. And what else? Are we missing anything? Oh yeah, go continue with the front of the car. We have our Zooki Bros sequential turn signals, and they are smoked, and they work in conjunction with the sequential turn signal switches on the Acon DRL headlights. So these are sequential as well, so they work in tandem with these. The Zooki Speed JDM tail lights, they're sequential as well. I had to get a little relay for the inside of the car so it didn't do the hyper blinking. This is the Diode Dynamics SS3 yellow fog lights. I got those in there as well. Helps good with visibility at night. What else? I think that's it for the external portion of the car. So now I think we can go inside the car and we can take a look at everything that's in there. So let's go check that out. All right, so let's start down here before we get too comfortable up top and I mess around to get this. We have the Virus, the throttle pedal spacer. It comes with a new stop down here. And there is the spacer right here. So the spacer is there and you can adjust the height and how far to the left or right that the pedal will sit. You know, so you can kind of adjust the pedal just the way you need it for your driving style. For me, I had to adjust because, you know, I got big feet and they kind of get mashed together because I was trying to tighten up my heel to toe technique. So that kind of helped me out a lot with that. So that's a good little driver mod right there. Also, we have our Alcantara emergency brake boot and our shifter boot. And underneath here we have our Boomba shifter stop, which takes a lot of the slop out of the gear shift knob. We have a carbon fiber e-brake handle along with that little drifter push button thing. I got that on there because I didn't like the way it kind of just fits in with this whole black part right here. Hiding out the black part right there. We also have JDM dual console. So that, and I still retain my ability to kick this up even higher. This actually helps as far as for you having a drink back here. And plus I have somewhere to sit my arm at because I'm a tall guy. And then that there, what else do we have here? We have the OLM carbon fiber overlays for your steering wheel. And these things have held up quite well over time. And of course, we got our oil pressure gauge that we installed onto the car. Also upgraded the lighting inside the car to LED as well. We also have the racing shift knob, of course, and it's it's gray, because, you know, I don't know what it is, but gray, man, it got me in the chokehold. But then we have our Cobb access port, and we have the OLM easy mount. That's what I have that's sitting on right now. So there's this easy mount right here, and I just put that here because I didn't want it up here anymore because I was adding that oil gauge, or oil pressure gauge. Before I did have an iDoing head unit, but I got contacted by Alcar for this new Tesla style radio that they have for the V8 chassis. So they sent me one out and put it in here, and this thing has been working phenomenally since I got it. Love this thing, voice activated, man. This thing is cool as hell. There's that as well. And what else do we have in here? Oh, the fire extinguisher. You know, I got a fire extinguisher here because, I mean, good. You have this in the car because it gives you a discount on insurance. Plus, if you have anything fire-wise, you can, even if whether it's your car or somebody else's car, you can help them out by putting out the fire. So there's this, and anything else in here. I believe that is it for the interior of the car. So let's go over to the bench and then let's talk a little bit. All right, now. So again, now, you know, I apologize for the footage in the front. I re-recorded this, but I didn't re-record the first part because, man, getting up underneath the car, jacking it up, setting up quick jacks, man, god dang.
it's like a headache. But, you know, that's just kind of a brief synopsis of what I have on the car right now, you know, today. And this is, like I said, in regards to people asking me before about what I have on the car. I figured I'd give you a start point for this year of where we're going with the car. I also have some other stuff coming. I have parts on order. I have stuff coming in right now. So when that stuff comes in, I'm still ordering a whole lot of other stuff and other little upgrades for the channel as well. I'm trying to help with our picture quality. And I also have something on order to kind of help me with my next things I want to try and get into. I told you guys about, you know, your boys are introverted. It's hard to get out there with groups of people. It's very taxing to me to be around a whole lot of people in a crowded room and stuff like that. But I'm gonna do it. We have an event coming up. There's a group that I told you guys I was in. I haven't really spent too much time with them at all. The Space City Subies, and that's right here in Houston. So I'm gonna be hanging out with them guys this weekend coming up. So they have an event on Sunday. So I'm gonna try and make that event, and I'm going to try and do some recording. And I want to work on a little bit of my photography and my cinematic videos and cinematic, you know, what do they call it? Cinematography. I want to work on that because, like I say, I want to make improvements. I want to make everything on the channel very entertaining for everybody. It's very important for me to grow. So I think that'll help me grow creatively on the channel and kind of help me stretch my legs. We've been trying to do a little bit more. So all of that is coming up, man. I appreciate you guys if you made it this far in the video. Hopefully it wasn't too boring. Again, apologize for the sound quality in the beginning, but make sure you like, subscribe, hit that bell notification, hit all so you get notified whenever I put out a video. And until that next video, fam, peace.